asking for our job and keeping our jobs. That's all we're asking for, keeping our homes. Many people are not going to be able to keep their homes through this.
Honk your horn!
They promised us work here, they promised us the Phoenix, and now they're sending it to Mexico with our American tax-earned money. That's not right. That's what they're talking about, sending that work to Mexico with our money.
So how much longer do you think you're going to have a job here?
Well, I hope that the president will do the right thing and stop these closings.
We were promised, and it's in writing, that Kenosha will get the Phoenix if we sign the first agreement. We're the first plant to sign that agreement. Now, we're not going to get that agreement. They're going to close the door and then open the plant in Mexico. We have too many, the economy is really bad now. We need to keep our jobs in America, and we need to stand from a promise that they gave us from the beginning.
These plants closing in America and going overseas, it has to stop. And this is our taxpayers' money,
In 2006, we took in modified our work agreement to accept new work, Phoenix engine work. 2007, they told the state and county and city governments that they're going to retool our plant, and now they're telling us that they're going to close us. At the same time, they're going to open an engine plant in Mexico that does the exact same work that we were promised in 06 and 07. So no, we are not happy. It's U.S. taxpayers' dollars. It should be U.S. taxpayers' jobs.
It's going to be your job next. It's going to be the neighbor's job next. You start here. Everybody says the car, we're asking for too much. We're not. We're just asking for our job and keeping our job.
This is one fight that's worth fighting for. My job here in Kenosha. I have 7 children. They all attend school here in Kenosha. One of the best school systems in the nation. I don't want to leave Kenosha. I feel like everybody's ready to fight this. We know we have one of the best work group as far as engines. We make a superb engine. All we want is the Phoenix, that new engine. We get that new engine here, then we have work, and Kenosha gonna prosper. As long as Chrysler here in Kenosha's gonna do well. But you take away these good-paying jobs. The whole city as a whole is going to suffer.
I want to thank everybody for coming out here and joining us in this fight. And I got to tell you, it does my heart good. I see people from UAW locals around Wisconsin. I see brothers and sisters from other unions. I see members of the community all out here supporting us, and that does us good. I see people I've worked with over the years. It's a great feeling to see you all out here for the same cause. Auto workers have built cars and automotive components on this site for 107 years. The flag over this plant has changed over the years. It's been Nash, American Motors, Renault, Chrysler, Daimler, and then Chrysler again. But one thing has endured, and that's been the UAW and the hardworking people that have made this the great plant that it is. And I'm here to tell you, we're not going down without a fight. Chrysler has a chance to survive because of what the Obama administration has done in giving them a lifeline. And that has helped to protect the pensions and the health care of our retirees. But it is dead wrong that this plant would close when a new plant is going to be opening in Mexico to build the same engine that we were promised to a company that is surviving with taxpayer dollars. It's just wrong. Local 72 members deserve better. Wisconsin deserves better. My brothers and sisters, I bring you the man who's been leading the fight on behalf of Local 72, the president of Local 72, Brother Glenn Stark.
Many of you have seen, we have these cards right here that we're filling out to send to President Barack Obama. We call on him to intervene to save the Chrysler engine plant from closing. At the same time, Chrysler will be opening an engine plant in Mexico. It is a betrayal of your goal to investing in America if Chrysler is allowed to close the Kenosha plant and import the very same engines from Mexico. We encourage you to sign these. We got 20,000 in print, and let's try to get another 20,000 more. Now, of those of you that are our plant members, our Local 72 members, you remember in 2006, Local 72 membership ratified an agreement to modify our work rules in exchange for the Phoenix V6 engine to be built in Kenosha and to preserve our members' jobs.
That's right.
Now, in June of 2007, Chrysler made a public commitment to the workforce, the state, city, and county, that the Kenosha plant would be retooled to build the Phoenix V6 engine in 2010. Now, we learned from the Chrysler bankruptcy filing that not only is Chrysler planning to close our plant, but they'll be doing it at the very same time that they're going to open the plant in Mexico. And that work was promised to Kenosha. It should stay in Kenosha.
This issue is not about the UAW. This issue is not about union or non-union. This is an American issue. It's about jobs. How do you rebuild a country if you don't retool the plants of America? Too many times they want to talk about in Congress what's wrong with the UAW contracts. We are not going to apologize for lifting the lives of people up in the standard of living for all Americans. But worse than that, if Congress and the United States Senate and the President of the United States wants to do something for America, give us national health care. Give us a good trade policy. Quit shipping jobs out of the United States. But just look at what has happened to the state of Wisconsin. Not too long ago, a few miles from here, there was Delphi plants. Thousands of workers. And by the way, how many of you know Delphi is one of the largest employers in Mexico today?
Who would know that?
Right here in the state of Wisconsin, not too far from here is Janesville, Wisconsin. And you have Idle General Motors plant. By the way, that product that they used to build is being shipped in from Mexico. Enough's enough. America has to stand on their own. America has to get mad. They got to say, Congress, do your job. They got to say to the United States Senate, do your job. They got to say to our friend Barack Obama, do your job. And more so than that, Chrysler, keep your promise. We cannot sit by and wish things to happen. That is gone. We have wished too long. It's time to fight. It's time to be vocal. It's time to get pissed off.
It's important that the entire labor movement, get behind auto workers, the UAW, in this struggle to defend our jobs. We should be holding these rallies in Chicago and at transportation centers and places like that. And, whatever action might be taken to defend jobs, we're going to need the entire labor movement behind us. And we need to be holding rallies at places that can really have an impact.